Hi, my name is Blake Willoughby, and I'll be discussing disaster management in South Africa. After repeated occurrences of floods, such as in Lanesburg and Cape Town, it pressed the issue for legislative reconstruction in the area of disaster risk management. This ultimately led to the creation of the Disaster Management Act of 2002. This act focuses on risk mitigation, preparedness, effective response and recovery, and also the formation of disaster management centers. The rationale behind this act is to reduce the vulnerability of disaster-prone areas, communities, and households. Implementation. When a disaster occurs or is expected to occur, the National Disaster Management Center first evaluates the potential magnitude and severity of the disaster. After evaluation, the NDMC then clarifies the disaster as either a local, provincial, or national disaster. In South Africa, the implementation pattern applied is through the bottom-up approach. Response and recovery actions are initiated by the local government first. However, at all levels, if a municipality has insufficient resources to respond, they may request additional assistance from the military, provincial, or national government. Disaster hazards and planning. Droughts occur over a long period of time and never the same way. In South Africa, drought warnings will never be perfect. Droughts have even forced government officials to limit water usage. In the event of a drought, the National Department of Agriculture is the first government body to carry out any preventative and reactive actions. To meet financial losses, they also provide grants to some of the commercial farmers in South Africa. Floods. Floods severely impact the land and drainage systems. The exact time and location of a flood is very unpredictable. The wide range of flood management measures can be classified as either structural or non-structural. At the national level, the lead agency in charge of the physical management of rivers and also flood and dam failures is the Department of Water Affairs and Forestry. Participants in disaster management. The main participant in disaster management is the National Disaster Management Center. They focus on hazard identification, mitigation, community preparedness, integrated response efforts, and also recovery. Much of the work at NDMC is made possible through its partnership with international technical bodies and donor agencies, such as UNDP, UNICEF, UNISDR, and the Asian Disaster Preparedness Center. Potential obstacles to effective disaster management. South Africa has overwhelming and increasing problems with disaster risk. These include rapid population expansion, lack of land, conflicting politics, conflicting development agendas, disagreements within the settlements, communications, lack of technological infrastructure, and also there is a possibility of telephonic system failures during disasters. They also encounter obstacles with funding. Towns rely on the district council or other towns for support. However, many of these upgrades and developments have been delayed because they have been focusing on recovering from recent disasters. How disasters have shaped disaster management planning and policy in South Africa today. South Africa is moving towards improvements in its legal framework for domestic disaster response operations. Cases such as the 2008-2009 Namibia floods have focused on preparedness. With the support from organizations such as the International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies, they're working to support their authorities to develop and strengthen disaster laws. Since 2009, the IFRC has conducted legal preparedness projects and has been involved in the development of legislation leading to both international disaster response and also disaster risk reduction in several countries all over the continent. References. Thank you.